Good morning, world. I just woke up. Long night. Fucking kind of cold actually in here. Fuck. Sorry about that. I don't think you want to see that. I'm ugly in the morning. I didn't really want to turn on the camera, to be honest with you. I was about to say fuck it. Bitch. Oh, that heat feels good. I have the heater on. That's how I dried my clothes the other day. Because I broke the washer and dryer, throwing the TV at it. Yeah. Don't punch TVs and throw TVs. It ended up costing me more than the TV. It cost me the washer and the dryer. And a really hurting fist. Fuck. Yeah, I went to bed last night. I've been working out really hard. My fucking legs they're sore as fuck. I drank all the fucking lime juice I could and laid in the shower. It's still nothing. They're done. They're getting there though. I'm a small guy. I'm not very big, but they're getting there solid. It fucking hurt. Riding that bike, man, fuck you up. I ride it everywhere, and that's half the problem, though. That's most of my problem, actually. Because I have to plan around it so much, because it takes so long to get anywhere. It's kind of frustrating, you know. That's half the reason why I couldn't find a career as well. Because I won't spend the money that I have put up. And both of my vehicles ended up down, and the truck that I helped my dad get, which was the EcoBoost, that was his only vehicle. So it was like, okay, so I put the down payment on it. Well, which is messed up is I helped put the down payment down on the first truck, which was a Chevy Silverado, like a 14, and he ended up smashing it. And not even like 18 days later, man. So I was out to 3,500, like, and then I had to wait a whole month, like a month and a half-ish, for them to, because it was full coverage, for them to send the payment. And then, I had to come up with another $3,000 for another down payment, to help my dad out. So I did that, and then I told my dad not to get what's funny is I told my dad not to get the Silverado. Actually, it wasn't even a Silverado, it was a GMC. It was the same thing, a GMC Sierra, silver. It was a Z71. Had the 4-wheel drive package. It wasn't a 2,500 or anything. It was just a 1,500, but it had flex fuel. It was a nice truck. Don't get me wrong. It was a beautiful truck. Like, if I would have kept it, it would have been fine. But my dad, the truck, he was sitting too low. He couldn't see over the dash. I had a hard time seeing over the dash, and I'm 6'2". He's shorter than I am. He's older, and then the truck is wider. You can't even see, you couldn't see past, on like the passenger side, he couldn't see past the hood. He couldn't. And you could tell when he was driving it, that he was struggling. And I told him to get a Ford. I told him to buy a Ford F-150 only because they drive more like cars. Ford F-150s are more, people are gonna disagree with me, but they're more sophisticated. In my opinion, Ford puts more money into their design. It's more of a men's car, men's truck, a gentleman's truck, I guess you would say, like a business truck. a business owner truck. Um, that's just my opinion. But you can see better. And then I told him to get the V8 because he doesn't like doing oil changes. He doesn't like keeping up on maintenance and stuff like that. And what does he do? He goes and I didn't want to go with him because he already smashed the other truck. He buys EcoBoost, which he messaged me and I was like, he's like, I'm getting an EcoBoost. I'm like, don't get that. Don't get that. And he's like, I'm getting it. I can't tell my dad no. And I'm like, all right, it's fine. I'm gonna love driving it. I was gonna do some stuff to it for him, but I got to deal with that family too. His older sons, his actual blood sons. Like his car was here, and I was working on that truck, and my brothers and stuff, his two older sons, they'd always get jealous and everything, and I just gave up on all of that. But that EcoBoost truck was nice, man. I gotta give it to it. Listen, man, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but I got from Indiana and then Indianapolis to Michigan in like 3 hours pulling a GL Metro doing about 90. So, safely. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't safe. And it was a Geo Metro on the back, so there was nothing on the back of the trailer of the truck. It handled really nice though. I was really impressed, and I took it to Silver Lake Sand Dunes. And for it being a stock vehicle, I've driven a lot of stuff on Silver Lake Sand Dunes. In Mears, Michigan, which is the biggest off-road state park in the east side of the United States. So if you don't know that, now you know. It's probably one of my favorite places to go off-roading. I've been many places. They have one that's I haven't been to yet, which I kind of want to go. I was thinking about going before I leave Michigan. It's over there by Pine Knob, the old Pine Knob DTE Energy place. I think actually, if I remember correctly, it might be the old Electric Forest. I don't know if anybody ever comes across this video that's ever been to the Electric Forest in Michigan, but from what I heard, they turned it into a big off-road facility. I was gonna check it out on the internet and see what's going on with it. I heard it's really it's like a camping place and stuff. That's what I heard. So I was thinking about checking that out. But I'm kind of excited this morning. I stayed up late last night only because one, I was sore. I did my yoga last night. I had to get it in, man. But I looked for boats, which I'm excited to tell you guys in a minute. About what I found. Yeah, and I did it up. The video ended up cutting off before I went to the bakery last night. I stopped at the Italian bakery. I did. I'll show you guys what I got, cause this is why I go to these bakeries, man. I always talk about saving money and getting good deals and stuff. So, and it's real food too. That's why I go to these mom and pop shop places. The light's on. So I told in my last video, I only had $7. I didn't want to spend any money, right my card. So I ended up stopping at the Italian bakery, and they wrote 7 on it. I ended up getting 4 pieces, 4 of them. I ate 2 of them on my way home, and now I have 2 slices for lunch today. So, and it only cost me $7, And it's real cheese. It's real pepperoni, Italian pepperoni. And, they put, the reason why I like going to that bakery as well, I mentioned to go to Dearborn. Dearborn, you got Henry Ford right there. You got the college right there, and people don't, if you're not from Michigan, you're not from the Detroit area, you don't know necessarily unless you've seen it on TV or, someone has told you. But Dearborn is probably the most cultural place when it comes to Detroit, which is the west side, there's other places, of course, but it's going to be your most cultural when it comes to like Italians, Polish, Arab, American. You know, we even have, we got we have blacks, we got Africans, we have Asians, Latinos. We have a really big Latino population. But Dearborn is going to be your best, probably your most Middle Eastern food. And then you're gonna have a lot of Italians and Polish still. In Dearborn. That's basically what you're gonna find in Dearborn is Polish, Italian, and Arabic. Mostly Arabic now. Most of the Italians and Polish have moved out, but you can still find if you grew up there, you can or you Google, not even Google, but talk to the locals. You'll find the good places around. It's not hard. That's another thing that's gonna kill me is every time like all the places I've traveled, um, Michigan has a really really different food. It just does. I'm gonna miss it. That's what's always brought me back. It's always made me homesick. So I gotta really make sure I bring all my favorite foods with me. Which they don't have delis in a lot of places, man. They just don't, and they don't have Coney Islands in places. If you've never been, they have delis in New York and Chicago, but they don't have delis in like Georgia. They don't have delis in Kentucky. They just don't. So yeah, I might end up doing something like that eventually too. For me and Margarita, something on the side. Just like a little place that we can run outside of the charter, because that's what we do. Me and Margarita are very very food oriented. Um, and that's another thing is I preach about a family that eats together, stays together, that prays together, stays together, which I'll be talking about a lot, a lot, a lot. Um, because it's the truth. That's the truth. I'm gonna do my reading today. I'm gonna do some definitely Bible study today. It's early, dude. It's 5 in the morning. I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm up right away. I already talked to the Lord, which we can talk to him, and then we'll talk to him about the smoke. And I gotta start getting dressed, and I want milk, man. I kind of want milk and some cereal. But the dollar store ain't open. That's the only thing that's close to here right now. I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to get out of here. I gotta go. I'm ready to show you guys the boat. I found a boat for $20,000 on the internet. That saves me a lot of money. That saves me. That's 50 grand. But the boat isn't fully loaded either, though. Lots of decisions. But it's in Michigan. Which if it's in Michigan, that means I get to, if I can get it put in the water here in Michigan, I can sail to the ocean. There goes my teeth, my little lisp. I can sail to the ocean, and that excites me. It's a Catalina 30. So, they certify a 27-foot boat to cross the Atlantic, the Pacific. So, do I want to do it in a 27-foot boat? No, that's why I'm looking at a 30. The biggest I think I could sail personally is a 37. That's just my personal opinion. 30, 32 is what I'm looking at. But I really like Catalinas. They're older. It's a 1984 Catalina, and I don't know if it has any paperwork. I haven't talked to anybody. I've been searching the internet. It's hard to find really nice boats that you believe have been sailed. Only thing that worries me, it's out of the water. All the pictures of it, it's out of the water. But it is a 1984, so the chances of it being sailed are very, very high. it's a Catalina, so I know for a fact that it's the design of it, you know, it's dependable. They sell Catalinas across the ocean all day long. Um, it has the motor I'm looking for, a diesel. I'm not exactly sure if it's a Morgan, or if it's a Volvo Penta, or whatever it is. It could be anything. It looks like a Volvo Penta. Um, it's hard to tell. I haven't been around them as much as I would like to be. Um, but it's in Michigan. So, I gotta do more research, obviously. But, yeah, I'm excited. Got some good weed. I showed you guys yesterday in the video. I'm not buying some, I forget what it's called. It's good though. Fish scale or something like that, fucking starfish. Swedish fish, that's what it is. I got some Swedish fish today. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm hoping you're excited as I am. I don't like that light. It bothers me. There we go. A little bit better, right? Yeah, definitely gotta get some smoking in. We'll do a talk real quick. This is probably gonna cut out in a minute. I'll just talk to the Lord real quick. Oh man. I think about just riding my bike up to the, getting dressed and riding up to the gas station and, getting like a small thing of milk. But what's stupid is it's gonna cost me $5, right? For a thing of milk at the gas station when I can just wait, a couple more hours till the dollar store opens and get it for $2.50. I spend half the money on the same milk. It doesn't make